BB Can 7 premiere recap show with one of your favorites, Allie. We have so much to get to before tonight's Big Brother hits the air, so we gotta get right to it. But first, let me let you guys all know, if you want to watch any of our shows back, you can check them out on yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. I'm so thrilled to say the website is fixed and working, so you can check the shows out, all of our content there. If you guys want to see us do the shows live, check them out at YouNow, yourrealityrecaps.com/YouNow. You can hang out with the chat live, watch shows back there. It's where we do the shows live. If you want to help support our shows, consider becoming a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. Patrons get access to the patron-only group, prize giveaways, weekly shows just for patrons, and of course, the after shows with the evicted house guests. But look, we need to get to the lady that you all want to hear from and what she thinks about this season of Big Brother. One of your favorites from last season, it's Allie! Hi, Allie, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm so happy to see your face again.
We are so happy to have you back here again, Allie. How are you doing?
I've been amazing. I've been really good. It took a bit of time to readjust to regular life after the show, but I got a new apartment and I've been working full-time now as a trainer. I've got my online clients, my personal training, and I'm working at Orange Theory Fitness. So I'm just completely surrounded by everything that I love. So I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful.
Do you know what I'm grateful for about you?
What?
That you have good Canadian Wi-Fi. I don't know how you get these other house guests to figure out the Wi-Fi that you have, but you need to just offer classes in that. How to have good Wi-Fi in Canada.
Oh man, that's hilarious. I often think my Wi-Fi sucks, but I'm glad it's working for you.
It is working brilliantly. And speaking of working, chat room, I have work for you guys. Go ahead, spread the word, square up arrow, let everybody know that we are live right now. Go ahead and share the show. And of course, become a fan since you guys are here. And so that you can get alerted every time we go live. Our live feed update show will be on Tuesday with Maximus Mom. Tomorrow's our Drag Race show. And Wednesday, Cassandra will be here before the episode talking about this new next coming up week of Big Brother Canada. But Allie, I thought a fun way to start before we get into the moments of the premiere, I know a lot of people want your opinion on these house guests, so I thought we would kind of just go through them really quickly, and I'm going to try and not influence you in any way, so I would like to say first up, what are your thoughts on Giant Douche Adam?
Oh my gosh, took the words out of my mouth. Honestly, decent eye candy, like the tattoos, but arrogance will be his demise.
Do you think arrogance is definitely going to be his demise?
100%.
I think so too. What about Anthony?
You know, I thought he was going to come in kind of boisterous, but I might have had that preconception because of Andrew from my season, but he's actually kind of turning out to be a bit of a teddy bear, and he's playing it kind of low-key, which is what Andrew should have done. So far, I'm okay. I'm impressed. Okay. Chelsea killed me with that one-liner. Like, dang, no. When he took his teeth out, I died. So I don't know her well enough yet, but she seems like a girl's girl, and she seems to have a good sense of humor. We'll just have to see how her social game plays out. I liked when she was like drinking the wine, when she was like she took the champagne, and like rolled her eyes like, oh yeah, no, this cheekiness for sure. This is gross. Humor. What about Canada's favorite, Damien? Honestly, I get why he was Canada's favorite. I was kind of rooting for him when we walked into this too, and he's on my draft, so I'm really hoping he does really well. I'm slightly concerned about his alertness or his almost like too calm demeanor. Like, I would have been freaking the F out if I had been found this veto. He's just a little too calm. The calmness makes me nervous, but I'm hoping that it's just like he's cool, calm, and collected, and I need him to do well. He's on my draft, so let's go, Damien. Come on, Damien. What about No Teeth Dane? I actually kind of really like Dane. I feel like, you know, I don't like his Pretty Boy alliance at all, but I feel like he is not as douchey as Adam is trying to influence him to be. I think he's just like this suave, down-to-earth hockey boy who just, you know, likes to flirt and is just generally a good guy.
I feel like he can be reasoned with in a way that I don't think Adam will be able to be.
Adam's just like, I need a needle, pop that balloon real quick.
What about Eddie, our favorite?
Oh my God, he has to be one of my favorites right now. I absolutely love Eddie. I love everything about him. I love his style. I love his brain. I love his humor. Like, he is one to look out for. I think Eddie's gonna go far.
I think he is also. What about Steph? Stefania, or Steph as their, you know.
Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw there was another Latina on the show, I was like, excuse me. But that being said, she does seem like a very sweet girl. I hope that she can come out of her shell a little bit because I think she's gonna need to. But I think for right now, she's a sweetheart, and we will see. Hopefully she has better luck than I did in competitions. Represent the Latinas, mamita. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard not to compare her to, I think, you know, I think we know that Big Brother kind of tries to cast in a similar way each season. So it's hard not to compare her to you, Eddie. You know, it's hard not to compare people to people. And I'm like, she's going to need to be a lot funnier.
Or louder. I would love to see if she, like, has that.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to see if she has that in her. I don't know. I don't see it right now, but maybe she'll surprise us.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it now either. What about resident psychic Kaylin?
Okay. Kaylin, I love you as a person, but what on earth were you thinking? Like, 29, like, I thought for sure, like, okay, yeah, for sure, lie about your age, come through with 33, 34, 35, 29. I'm surprised they haven't called her out on that, but they're trying to call Corey out on being 29 when she actually is 29. So
right.
That's crazy to me. But I know they I love the first twist where they blew up her secret of being a psychic, and I haven't been watching the live feeds a lot, so I don't know if anybody's kind of dug into that a little bit. So I want to keep her around because I want to see if her psychic abilities, like, actually help her at all in the game. Like, I want to keep her around. I want to see what happens with that.
Yeah, we're going to get into the secret exposed in a minute. What about Kira? Are we going Kira or Kyra?
Kyra, but I know that's wrong.
And I know it is as well, and I know that it is Kira, but then I feel like I keep hearing people call her Kyra, and then I'm like, so does she want Kyra, or are we going Kira?
I know, and now I'm trying to remember back to Premiere and how she said her name, and I'm pretty sure she said Kira. So
I'm sure she said Kira, too.
So Kira, this was another one from, you know, pre-interviews that I was stoked on. I was like, you know what? Awesome. They are going to have the ability to relate with the female and the male. I was like, this is going to be great. You know, Erica did a very similar thing in our season. She was very good on both ends. She was a bro, but she was also like a girl's girl. So I thought, okay, this is going to be excellent. And she's on my draft too, but I don't know if maybe she's kind of rubbing people the wrong way. She's found herself in a tricky position right now. So I don't know. I'm a little concerned for her.
Christine BB666 in the chat brought up a point that I forgot from the premiere. Shakira without the sh is what she said.
I like
so
that line.
I
like that line a lot. Very good.
But we also have, don't we also have the other Kira, who I think wants to be Keeks.
Go.
Okay.
Yeah, Kira. I like Kira a lot. I think she's badass. I like her attitude. I love that she's from Vancouver, or Poco, if you will.
Right.
She's in our neighborhood, and I think she's got a little bit of a flirtatious vixen in her, but she's also just got a little badass, take no bull from anybody behavior.
Right.
I think she's got a little bit of a flirtmance going on right now. Girl, Stefania.
Yes.
But, you know, I don't know. I like her. I like her a lot. I just like that she is who she is. She owns it. And, yeah, I'm excited to see her play.
What about Jesse? I mean Mark.
That is funny. Okay, see, here's another one. In his pre-interviews, stand him.
Yep.
Like, just something about his pre-interviews that I was just like, no, absolutely not. This guy's annoying. Get him out of here. But now the fact that he's kind of reminds me a little bit of Jesse. He's wearing Derek's toque, orange toque. Like, I don't know. I'm intrigued. He seems like a sensible person. The little bit of live feeds that I have watched when he does converse, he seems sensible. So not at all like his pre-interview. So we'll see. Right. He's a big question mark for me.
Yeah, he's a question mark for me too. What about Mackie?
Oh, love Mackie. Love Mackie. I'm worried for him, to be honest. I don't know. Just because of the way that house is, sometimes it's really hard for, you know, those who kind of go to the beat of their own drum to blend and mesh well. But I love the guy. I love the guy a lot. His kind of character and his quirkiness reminds me a lot of Marin. I just love him. I think he's great energy, great vibes. I think he's a genuine guy. I think he's hilarious. He's got some wicked one-liners. And, yeah, I hope he sticks around. He's not on my draft, but I hope he sticks around.
Yeah, I do, too. What about Sam?
Ooh, Samantha. She knows how to turn it on, honey.
I agree.
Oh, my God. That was epic. Watching her kind of just reel Adam in like the lost puppy that he is was just like, wow. It was good. It was really good. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to use her assets, if you so yeah, I want her to stick around, but I do think that she might be villainized a bit this season. But we'll just have to kind of wait and see how that one plays out as well.
And then lastly, our little Laura. How did you feel about Laura? Not that it matters anymore.
I loved her. I wanted her to stay around.
Me
I thought
too.
she was mad drama. I thought she was going to be outspoken as hell. I thought she was going to just, you know, lay it out. And I wanted to see it. I was in it for the tea, but she was robbed. She was definitely robbed. I feel like she is, like you said. She stepped on a landmine quite too soon.
She had some interesting tidbits when we did the exit interview with her, the phone interview, which is on the website right now. She kind of went into more of what she was talking about in her eviction speech about, you know, who was working with her and who she felt betrayed by. But we'll get more into that. Let's jump back to the beginning. Yeah, sure. Let's go back to the beginning with kind of the start of the season and Damien being voted in. Now, like you said, out of all of these people, you were not surprised that Damien was the person that Canada chose to be their first secret agent of the game.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised. In his pre-interview, he comes off really humble, really grounded, really genuine, and that's the type of energy that people are drawn to. So I wasn't at all surprised that that's, you know, who you're at the gate rooting for and who you kind of want to hook up and give a special power to, if any. So I wasn't surprised at all on that.
But were you at all surprised that it took him like 19 hours? No, it took him a good 45 minutes. According to our sources in the audience, it took him...
that he held his damn bag the whole time. I mean, I would have put my bag down. I would have been running like room through room, like not messing everything up, but I would have been like and I would have started with the biggest rooms. I would not have started in the kitchen cupboards.
Yeah, well, I mean, and I get it. If we're to believe the way the edit was, they didn't tell him what he was looking for. Right. They just kind of said, go find something in the house. So I don't know that I would have been thinking a room either, but it was kind of funny that it took him so long. So as we saw, you know, room opens, art gallery, and the blood veto.
First of all, I don't even recognize that room, so it must be new, because I don't it at all. I'm like, wait, where on earth is this room? And the blood veto. So I don't know if I missed this, but I still don't understand 100% what the blood veto is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You don't know?
No, so I know it's like, obviously it's a veto, but I haven't seen like what it's going to do. There's blood on it, so what is it going to do? Like,
Oh my God, Allie, you need...
somebody else up? Like, tell me, what does the blood veto do?
You need to read your Big Brother contract more. What happens is when somebody invokes the blood veto, they bring back the people from the last season, and you all have to be human bloody sacrifices.
Stop. Don't lie.
No, we don't know. We don't know what the blood veto is yet. We have no idea.
That, because if I know Big Brother, which I do, it's going to come at a cost. So whatever that veto is, there's a twist with that veto. It's not just, oh, here, boo, here's a veto. Congratulations. It is not that simple.
I mean, when we think of blood, I either think of dying or family. So, like, does it keep you safe? Like, I hope it's not something as simple as, yes, you can be safe now, but it could be the end of your game. Like, let's say then you can't play next week or the following week. Like, maybe you lose 2 weeks of HOH play if you use this blood veto.
Yeah, I think it's like more, I feel like it's more cutthroat than that.
It would have to be.
Like, you know, they put a lot of emphasis on the whole agent and bloodshed and,
right.
You know, I think it's going to be cutthroat. Whatever it is, it's going to be like,
what if it's, you have to switch what if every
alliance?
Yes, like switch with someone in your, like your Big Brother family. So like, or your alliance family, you switch places with an alliance member.
Like, just like savage.
But then that would be calling out an alliance, although, as we'll see as we're going along, it doesn't seem like this is the season where Big Brother's worried about blowing up people's games.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I wonder, Chad, I would love to know what you all think the blood veto could be as well. But yeah, I thought the whole blood veto thing was very interesting. I cannot see how that's going to come into play. I also didn't feel like that was a great advantage for Damien. Like, yeah, you got to find the room and you knew where that blood veto was. So, okay, that's great.
Open it. They won't let him open it yet, so...
Right, and I mean, essentially all he got to do was watch the first 2 groups move in.
True, but you know, if I was Damien, I would be in that room every day, 5 times a day, waiting for that one moment where there's a card on the table, and they're like, okay, because he knows it's in there. That's the thing. Nobody else knows it's in there.
Correct.
So in that term, it is still a huge advantage, because the second he sees anything new or out of place anywhere in that house, he can have a direct correlation to the fact this could be the veto, and I'm going to go because I know exactly where it is. Whereas most people, you know, they're looking all around the house like we did, but they don't have any idea where it is, so they still have to go on a bit of a scavenger hunt. Do you know what I mean? Right,
and I think that's because people like you and I are smart, and maybe Damien is not.
I really hope. And I also say, like, when he told them that his girlfriend signed him up for the show, I was just like, you know, I know, and I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if he was trying to play super low key or if it's actually true, because if it's actually true, I'm a bit frightened.
Right.
He obviously doesn't know a lot about what's going on.
It's true. I mean, I don't know why he would lie about that in the pre-season interview. So I think that that's true.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah. I forgot he mentioned it there too. Damn.
Yeah. I don't know why he would. And I see people like Debbie Dawn in the chat is saying, blood veto, you win the veto, you get to remove both noms and replace both noms. I don't know, we've seen that as a veto before, so I don't know that
we've seen that before. I think it's going to be something like, like, really?
Right. I see Erica in chat says, it could just be the getting blood on your hands is ending someone's game with the veto. I mean, we'll see. I agree with Allie.
What if it's take yourself off the block and get to choose whether or not you want to nominate the HOH or somebody else. But you have the opportunity to nominate the HOH that week to sit their ass on the block. That is bloodshed right there.
Or maybe 420 in chat says, what if it's random and you don't pick? You just evoke it and it's a random of how it gets switched up.
That's a good one too. That is a good one too. I don't know. I guess we're going to have to wait and find out.
We are going to have to wait and find out what happens with that. But yeah, I mean, I think Damien definitely has an advantage. I agree. I don't understand why he is not camping out in this room. And, you know, we'll see. I like the idea that Big Brother is going to keep adding stuff to the room. We've seen on the live feeds that they keep adding the boxes and the papers.
Every day I would just be like,
but some of the house guests are correctly, like, when they find stuff, or I think Eddie the other day, he found something he thought was important. So then he hid what he thought was important, cleared everything else off the desk, and then just put random stuff back on the desk to, like, confuse people.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely love the way his brain works. Like,
yeah.
I absolutely love it. He's a genius.
He is definitely genius. So let's talk a little bit about this first head of household competition.
Loved it.
Very much.
It was about grip.
It what?
It was not grip, which
no.
I would have done a lot better if it was in this one and not the other one.
It was very spy themed. I did, at first, when I saw them in those, like, plastic boxes, I was like, is that filling up with water? Because I'd be out. Like, if you told me a challenge was you are chained up, you have to get out, the water's filling up, I'll be like, I'll go home. I'm not here to drown on Big Brother. I will do anything else, but I do not like being confined or drowning.
Oh, God. I think that comp was dope, honestly. This is one of the things I really love about Big Brother Canada. The production value on the Canadian side just does not get enough credit. Like,
no.
Love the American Big Brother. I've never watched the UK, but I can tell you the BBUS, like, they don't hold a candle to the competition and the caliber of production that the Canadian one has. I just love how it's always different. It's always unique. It's just amazing. It's amazing. I love it. And this one was a wicked comp. Like, I would have loved that comp.
It was very reminiscent of the Tomb Raider one, in a sense, from your season. And I apologize because I don't remember who said this on Twitter, but I read a great tweet the other day that said something like, Big Brother Canada competitions are meant to show strategy and intelligence of the players and be, you know, engaging. BBUS competitions are meant to make the competitors look like big morons. And, like, have a laugh. Like, have a laugh with your big moron comps.
I'm so proud to have been part of it because of that. Like, to really just see it, experience it, it was unreal. Like, the best.
Do you think, I saw a lot of people not liking how it was done in, like, 2 stages, meaning break out of the box, you know, get your ring, then kneel at your grave and stop to let other people have time to catch up instead of keep going. Did you, as a player in the game, would you have liked that? Or, I know you had competitions where they did that too. Do you feel like...
Women's Park was like that, right?
Yeah.
Whoever the first few to get to this round... yeah, I mean, listen, it's the name of the game. It's a competition. So whoever does it the fastest it moves on to the next round. We had a ton of competitions like that. And
yeah,
it sucks when you're in it and you fall short, right? But for the people that are still in it, it's great because now you're competing against less people. So I love it. I mean, it just adds another level, right?
I like it. I feel like it levels the playing field a little bit as well, too. Any surprise in Adam winning that first competition? Did you think that there was a chance anyone else was going to get it, or?
Like, I thought, when I saw that Kira got out of her knots really quick, I was like, damn, okay, girl is feisty, girl came to play. But when I saw that it was a lot of the digging, I thought, okay, Adam has a leg up here because he's just got bulldozer arms and he's just going to, you know, scoop 10 times faster probably than anybody else. But he's also twice as big. So I thought Kira can keep up at a moderate pace. She can kind of just, you know, swindle in there because she's tiny.
Right.
But I wasn't surprised that Adam got it at all. I wasn't surprised. I thought he was going to break the whole fence, to be honest with you. When he was trying to get out, he was like, "Urgh!"
Yeah.
I was like, oh God, he's going to break the whole thing.
I was like, the grunting is a bit much. an
Yeah.
interesting choice. Yeah, I was not sure he was going to get through. I was like, it seems he's definitely winning it, but then I was like, I don't know, maybe that is hard for him to get under. But I still liked Adam at this point. Like, I knew a lot of people weren't liking Adam. I still, at this point of the premiere and stuff, I was still kind of on Adam's team. He didn't lose me completely until later on, and then as the feeds went on, I was like, oh, okay, not that big of an Adam fan anymore. But like you said, he kind of formed that all-guy alliance, Mark, Dane, Anthony, and himself, which Damian could not break into. Did you think Damian was going to be able to get in there knowing about it, kind of?
I did think that he would have no problem getting in because he saw it forming, and I thought he said he would have go with, the bromance approach and kind of swindle his way in. But again, I think Adam has a very particular mind frame of what he considers to be a bro, and
right.
Maybe because Damian is a little bit soft-spoken and a little bit quieter. It doesn't quite fit his mold. I don't know what his beef is against Damian, but I feel that it is a big part of him. And also Dane, too. I feel like Dane didn't receive him with open arms either, which is weird because they saw he's a hockey guy. So, like, why, you think they'd bro out over that. But, I think that he's just too quiet and a little bit too mysterious for them, and I don't think they like that.
Yeah, I think I was floored that Damian and Dane did not get along a lot better over the whole entire hockey thing. It almost, again, like, I don't mean to be mean when I say it, I feel like Damian doesn't get what's going on.
I feel like social awareness is a little bit
right.
Not quite in tune.
Right. I just feel like things don't click. Like, oh, you play hockey and I play hockey. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about this pool table.
Yeah. Totally.
I'm like, I don't know the way that things like click in his head. So we know that Adam nominated Laura and Damian. Do you think that those were good choices for him to nominate right off the bat?
I mean, I feel like Laura was a bit of an obvious choice. Not only does she maybe like stand out a bit, and that's probably something that he wasn't comfortable with because she was the only one that wasn't like sucking his ass.
Right.
So, I'm not surprised that he put her up. I was, again, a little shocked that he put Damian up, but I also think, again, it's just that like quiet, reserved side of Damian. That in the house, I understand quiet, reserved sometimes comes off as secret mastermind to people.
Right.
So I understand that whole threat in the sense of being like, well, he's not in my alliance. He's a physical guy, and he's quiet and reserved, so he's probably a mastermind. So get him out. Yeah.
I was a little bit surprised because if we were to believe, and honestly, not that I don't believe, I think everybody means what they say in their preseason interviews, but if we were to believe Adam's preseason interview, he was like, oh, we're going to be in power every week, and we're going to take out the big physical threats every single week, and then Laura is up there. And I'm not saying Laura's not a physical threat.
It's just such an obvious choice because she said what she said about Sam.
Right.
And she was the only one that wasn't going to be, like, flirting with him and stroking his ego, so.
Yep, I completely agree. I mean, not who I think I don't think that was the best moves for him in the game.
I feel very strongly that there's going to be a battle back this year.
I kind of do as well.
I really do. I feel it in my bones.
I feel it in the sense that I haven't been able to reach Laura yet, other than our phone interview. So where is Laura, everyone?
She's on sequester. She's still in sequester.
Oh no, that's gonna be bad.
There's something going on. I'm like the numbers girl. There's something going on. I feel it in my bones. There's a battle back this year.
Now, what I was not prepared for was during this vote of the House, unanimously voting out Laura. It did surprise me that nobody was willing to vote against her. I mean,
it's too early. It's too early. It's too early, and people are still feeling each other out, and they don't want to draw any type of line in any type of sand, because then it's quicksand. And, when you have such a prominent group forming right before your eyes.
Right.
You know, of Sam and the pretty boys and blah, blah, blah. You just, you know, even though your heart wants to save Laura, there's just no sense in you throwing your game, you know, to the wolves by showing that you're not in line with what the house wants. You know what I mean? We that was our biggest struggle our season. Our season, we were way too nice. Nobody wanted to draw any line anywhere. You know what I mean? We were unanimous constantly, which was so frustrating at times.
Yeah.
I don't think this season is going to be like that. I really don't think it will. But I wouldn't be surprised if it is like that for a week or two.
But see, like, and now, am I wrong? Because here's my thought. Like, let's say I'm in the house, and let's say, honestly, I'm a Mackie at this point. I'm talking about for the first vote off. I'm a Mackie, I'm a Kaylin, I'm a Seth. I would just throw a vote rogue to create some sort of a mystery and chaos into that house. There's too many people to pinpoint it on me. It is an easy lie, I would think, to throw off. And if you're one of those people looking and going, God, Adam, Anthony, Mark, Dane, like they're all together already, I need to do something, I would throw the vote right there at that first
100%. That's a really good point. That's something Veronica tried to do, but failed miserably at in our season.
Mm-hmm.
It was too obvious for our season, but it would have been a really smart move to kind of throw some seeds of doubt into the mix, you know, and have kind of everybody questioning who it could be so early in the game. So absolutely, for entertainment value, I wish somebody would have.
Yeah, I see Eric in the chat says a lot of people in that big group want group votes as well, though. Anthony mentioning he wants a unanimous house vote. I did see that, but again, I don't know. I feel like this cast is not going to always vote together. I have a feeling there's already...
We did enough of that last year.
Yeah. Was now, speaking of Veronica, we had the, again, Corey, Holly twist coming into play now, where Canada, you're voting yet another person in. Corey or Holly. Holly, who came off as, I hate everyone, I'm gonna go in that house and split throats and murder people. That edit, Canada never picks. I would refuse to say those lines. I'd be like, no, I'm gonna say I'm going in and being sunshine and rainbows, because Canada's not picking me. Were you surprised?
I mean, I wasn't surprised that Corey went through. Again, she came off as that genuine, you know, badass woman that was going to kick ass, you know? So, of course. And also, I picked her for my draft. So, I know she does really, really well. I know she had quite the task on having to get 3 final 2s within 24 hours, which is really, like, that is a hard secret mission if you think about it, to go in there and kind of get people to agree to that. Not only that, the repercussions that it can have on you later when other people start talking and then hear like, oh wait, she did a final 2 with you, and a final 2 with you, and a final 2 with you. Like, that's going to come back to bite her one way or another. So it's a tough situation to go in with, but I'm rooting for her. I hope she does well. She looks like a beast, and I want to see her comp out.
I do as well. Now, what about the mission that she was given? A lot of people also on social media, same kind of thing that happened last season. A lot of people said it's not fair just to stick people in and force them. So now we know that her deal is she has to go in and make 3 final 2 deals.
That's crazy. That is huge. That is a daunting task, because not only are you already late to the party, these people have been living together for a week. All right, they've been living together for a week. They've already had some heart-to-hearts. They've already started building relationships, and then you come in and you are another obstacle between them and their $100 grand.
Right.
So they off the bat don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you have to start, you know, within 24 hours, not a week, within 24 hours, you have to have meaningful conversations with people, enough for it to get them to trust you, enough to agree, even if they don't feel it
right.
in their heart, enough to agree and say they'll do a final 2 with you. Like, that is not a joke. That is hard.
I mean, I definitely feel like it puts her at a disadvantage.
Huge. People are going to talk.
Because people are going to talk, but I feel like I had a good foolproof plan for her that I really would have liked to see her implement. I feel like all she needed to do was get drunk. Just get drunk that night.
What? They don't just give you booze.
I would have went to production and been like, this is my night. They all got to have their celebratory first night. Now I would like some champagne from my celebratory and I would have been like, oh God, I'm so drunk. You want to be final cheer? Let's see. And then if they're like, no, then just start crying. He's like, why was you do final two? And then and do it out in the open in front of everybody. I would have played production. I would like right in the front. None of it's a secret. Final two deals, shake on it. Yep, everyone sees it. And then the next morning be like, I have no idea what happened. What are you guys talking about?
That is actually hilarious. And that could have actually worked if production was behind you on that one.
I think it would have. I mean, look, I always say in order to win Big Brother, you have to play the house, obviously. You have to play, your country, because Canada, United States, we vote on stuff.
Sales.
Yeah, and you have to play production.
Yeah.
I think you have to try and play production a little bit, because I think they're making a storyline. They know how they want their storylines to play out, and if you don't necessarily factor in that, not that they're controlling what happens in the game, but
Absolutely. They're taking your words, your actions, and creating a storyline from there. So.
Right, exactly. Maybe 420 wants to know, which of the guys do you think will turn on the others first? So I'm assuming she means in the bro alliance of like an Adam, Dane, Anthony, and Mark.
I feel like either Mark or that's a tough one. No, I feel like Dane's is a committed bros guy, but I feel like the better thing is to say that I feel like they turn on Adam first. So let me say that. It's more that I think the guys would be like, okay, Adam's too much, and turn on Adam, which would in turn break up the pretty boys. That's what I feel.
Really? See, I mean, I can see that. I can see that happening. I have a feeling Adam is definitely going to rub people the wrong way.
Yeah, and I think they're going to see more and more of that. And the bigger he becomes a target, the bigger they're not going to want to be associated with him.
100%.
So the demise of that alliance is going to be Adam and guys turning on Adam versus somebody turning away from the pretty boys, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I also think that Dane, I think Dane has a good heart, whereas I think like Adam is kind of just full-on bro dude. I can see him being like douche and I don't care and whatever. But I think that Dane inside, you would be able to like reason with him. I think he's more compassionate. I think it would be easier to get him to sway to emotion or logic over.
Dane is building relationships outside of the pretty boys, which is super smart.
Mm-hmm.
He's building good, genuine relationships with a lot of other people, which, again, I think is excellent. So I guess if it was going to be one person who strayed away, it might be Dane. But again, I think he's for the bros. I just think in a matter of time, he's going to realize he doesn't want Adam to be part of the bros.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, we will see. We will see,
honey.
We will see what is going to happen. I want to have time to talk a little bit of spoilers, but just for the people that want a warning, I will warn you when that's happening. I want to take a few more questions for you before we get there. Okay. Erica, the KABG, wants to know, if you were in the house, Allie, who would you be aligning with and why?
Oh my gosh, I think I would definitely be trying to work with Eddie. I was attracted to Johnny off the bat, and his gameplay, his strategy, kind of the way his brain works reminds me a lot of Johnny, and mm-hmm. I wanted to do a final two with Johnny, like, literally week one. Even as he was nominating me, I still wanted to work with Johnny. So I think I would definitely be trying to work with Eddie. I think he is likable. I think he's extremely smart, and I think he's going to be very one to watch for, even in competitions, things like endurance, speed, agility. I think he's going to be one to watch. So I think I would be trying to build a really strong alliance with Eddie. I think I'd probably be getting along really well with Kira and Estefania. And yeah, I don't know. I think Sam and I, to be honest, I feel like in the house we might clash a bit. So I don't think and Adam, like, again, I would just not be up his ass. Like, it just would not be. So yeah. And Mackie, oh my gosh, I'd be trying to roll with Mackie too. So pretty much everybody who's like in danger.
Right. So you're gonna be right back where you were your season. God. I saw. God, I forgot who said it in chat, but somebody said, "Does Allie still hear roll tape?" Do you still hear roll tape when you close your eyes?
Yeah, I still do. I still do. I still have nightmares about it. But it's fine. Honestly, all these memories that once made me infuriated now just make me laugh. So
well, we saw like you, Johnny, Paris, who is going to be on the show next Sunday. We saw you guys all watching the premiere together and having a good time.
Oh yeah.
So that was fun. Only All About Me wants to know, I forgot to mention this, what does Allie think of the Have Not room this year versus on your season?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. It's definitely cool. I think ours was worse.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely way worse. I mean, at least they've got, chairs and, you could work with that. Ours was really bad. Like, there was not enough space for a full body anywhere, and I woke up with my foot in the freaking goo. Like,
right.
I woke up in the middle of the night with my foot in the goo. So it was really unpleasant. It was cold.
I feel like yours was way worse, like you said, because there wasn't a lot of floor space. The whole floor is open in their room, and they're allowed to sleep on it. So basically, you just have to sleep on the floor.
John, when they're scheming, we had to sit on like this hard rock, like with our backs. Like, it was awful. It was just awful.
See, now here's the only critique that I'm going to say about this blood veto.
Okay, give it to me.
I can't help but remember last season when the dramatics were built up over that crypt, and we're watching ghosts, sword fighting, and all this stuff, and we're like, oh my god, the crypt is gonna open, this hole is so much, and then it was Marsha the Moose giving Will a stupid task.
Totally. I don't know if something went wrong with production or if they had to switch things up last minute, but it surprises me that there was not some sort of twist due in that tomb. Like, it still baffles me. I feel like it was supposed to be something, but maybe for whatever reason it didn't work out, and it ended up being Marsha the Moose.
Right. Well, I hope the blood veto does not meet the same fate as the tomb twist.
I hope so. I don't think so. I think we're going to be okay this year.
Chad says, which is why I would absolutely be looking for the name Marsha or a pic with Marsha of it in that room. Ooh, that's a good point.
The documents. There you go.
Yeah, look for like a doc. Ooh, that's interesting. Lindsay, I think, said, did you watch, you said you watched the preseason interviews. Did anybody surprise you more now seeing them on the show or feeds than what you thought of them from watching the preseason?
Yeah, again, I gotta relay this back to, I think, maybe Eddie. I honestly felt like maybe he was gonna come off as like, not that there's anything wrong with it, but more just like the kind of nerdy, kind of outsider type that wouldn't be able to kind of mesh well with the rest of the group. But you know, not only is he brilliant, but he's doing a great job socially. You know, like I don't find him to be on anybody's radar right now, which is amazing. And he's awesome. I just cannot say enough about Eddie. I want him to go all the way.
And he seems to be handling well kind of the last twist that Big Brother dropped onto them in the premiere episode of exposing all of their secrets.
Oh, I was living for that twist. That was such a good twist.
You loved that.
Loved it. I would have been pissed if it was me, but I loved it. I loved it.
See, now, why do I think that you are not falling for this? I would never tell them, Allie. If they were like Eric.
I honestly would have said something really nonchalant. Like,
yes.
Something like, I don't know what I would have said. Oh, I think mine probably would have been like, oh, I don't want them to know I'm a personal trainer.
Right. I would have never.
I don't want them to know that I'm a really good liar.
Right, who would say that? And like, I always said, if they ask you like, what are you afraid of? I would be like, oh, I'm afraid of bunnies. Or like, of da-da-da. This way, yeah, go ahead, put a bunny. Oh, sure, I'll overreact to the bunny for you. No problem. I'm not going to be like, snakes and spiders, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. So no, there was a couple who really didn't matter. Like, oh, I've only watched one season, or I'm really kind at heart, or I'm sensitive. I was like,
yeah,
like, that doesn't matter. But there was a couple that were like, I'm psychic.
Yeah.
I'm a really good liar. I'm going to throw competitions. I was like, ooh, my lord. So,
I mean, and the part that I didn't like, and again, I know production really can't help the words coming out of people's mouths, it was very unbalanced. I mean, to literally have somebody saying, I'm going to lie to everyone, or I'm going to throw everything, versus, I don't feel pretty on Monday. I was just like,
It's true, but honestly, you have to remember, the game starts.
Yep.
Even before you walk into that house. So if there's people that had the foresight to know, I'm not falling for this one, then amen, good for you, and way to watch your own back. Like, you got to give it to them. That's strategy, and that's part of the game.
If there is one thing that I wish people would get from watching our shows for like 10 years, you have to play production. And like I said, you're playing the whole time. The minute you are in that.
Audition for this show, you should go on this show.
We talk about that later. No, I was, well, whatever. I got in trouble for talking about it, so I can't.
Okay, right.
Becca says they figured out today on the feeds. So I guess we're in spoilers now, everyone. We're in the spoilers section. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, tune out now, and we will see you guys back here tomorrow night, where we'll be talking more Big Brother. What'd you say?
To the people that are leaving.
Bye, people. Nobody is leaving. I mean, it's Big Brother. There's no such thing as spoilers, but I just like to do it to save myself on the hate emails. By the way, if you have any complaints, yourrealityrecaps.com/IHateEric. You can fill out the form. There really is a form. It's like, how much are you going to cry about? Oh, yeah, it's like, what's your issue? How much are you going to cry about this tonight? Do you know that I don't care? You don't pay for the show? Stuff like that. So Becca says they figured out today that they have to punch a numerical code in the have-not room, which activates something, but production stopped them.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I like that.
Production often, I feel production often stops people from doing things until they're ready to do them, which I find interesting as well, of why some people are allowed and some people aren't.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a lot of them seem to be stuck on 7. I see Crystal B is 7. A lot of the numbers don't change. Some were stuck on 7. I'm not really sure how that affects anything. Okay, so let's talk about who now, for spoilers, what we're going to see tonight in a few minutes. So we have to wrap this show up we have like 10, 11 minutes left. So let's just go through it super quick for people that want to know a little preview of tonight. Your HOH is going to be tonight Dane. Are you happy for a Dane HOH?
I mean, yeah, because I like Dane, but no, because I feel like it's still early. The pretty boys are still together, and it's just going to be another predictable week, and I'm probably going to see another awesome potential go home. So I'm not stoked that it's Dane.
Well, the current people that are nominated in Jeopardy to go home, Kira and Mackie.
And Mackie, see what I mean? Like, yeah, it sucks. Kira's on my draft, and I really, really like Mackie. But, if I had to pick, I hope Mackie stays, which is weird because Kira's on my draft. But, yeah, like, it just sucks. And they're playing veto?
Well, I was going to say, so you will be really excited right now for me to tell you that Mackie won veto, wouldn't you?
Woo!
Well, he didn't. Adam did. Sorry.
Rude.
Sorry, it was Adam. So, their egos on the feeds. I mean, that bro alliance is walking around.
This is what I mean, like, it's too predictable. It has to be stopped. And, they're taking out good people that can potentially do that. So I hope Mackie stays. I think Mackie has a better shot at taking Adam down than Kira would.
Yeah.
So I really hope Mackie stays tonight.
First set of have-nots will also be tonight. Adam, Mark, and Samantha. Of course, Adam and Samantha have to be together. They can't separate. Can't with those two. I cannot with those two.
Oh my god, it's so funny because I thought he was for sure gonna like play the field and try to like hook up with all the girls. I'm pretty surprised to see him like latching on to one so quick.
Yeah, there is so much happening on the feeds. It is, I mean, we are going to do a whole entire show about it. On Tuesday night, we are going to have our live feed correspondent come on, and we are going to talk all thing live feed spoilers. So that show will be an entire spoiler show on Tuesday night, of course.
Tune into that one.
You will have to tune in to that one. Tomorrow night, of course, will be our Drag Race recap show over on TV Party App if you guys are interested in that. And like I said, Wednesday, Cassandra will be here before the episode, and Sunday, Paris. But more importantly, Allie, we hope that you're going to come back and talk more with us about Big Brother Canada this season. So then that being said, right now, and I will allow you to change your answer.
Ooh.
You will be allowed to change your answer when jury officially starts.
Okay.
But as of right now, who do you think the winner will be, and who do you want the winner to be?
Well, I think we know who I want the winner to be. I think I've made it pretty clear thus far. Right now, Eddie for me is a huge front runner. I know it's, he's gonna make a lot of money. It's not really about that. I just think strategy and gameplay, I think he's going to slay this season. And if it's not him, then right now I really like to see Kira keep killing it and moving forward. I hope she can come out and be a bit of a comp beast. I saw a little bit of fire in her already in that first HOH competition, so I hope she can come out and be a bit of a comp piece, keep that social game strong, and really earn and represent for Vancouver, BC.
Vancouver! All right, well, we will see how this all plays out. I will let you change your answers once jury starts.
All right.
Now, are you tweeting? I know it is hard for you to, obviously watch the feeds a lot, but I mean, are you going to be tweeting about Big Brother this season? Do you tweet when the show is on at all?
Honestly, I am such a huge fan of Big Brother, but I've watched every season of the US except for season 1, and every season of the Canadian, and some of them twice. So I'm a huge fan, but I've never been a live feeder. I've never delved into that side of Big Brother before. Now, having been on the show and really realizing that so much more happens that doesn't get shown on TV because there just isn't time. Right. There just isn't time. They have to follow a storyline. I want to get more on live feeds because I want to see more strategic gameplay, kind of what's going on behind the scenes. So I will definitely be tweeting throughout the episodes. That's 100%.
That's what I was asking. Yeah.
Yeah, I will definitely be tweeting through the episodes, and I will definitely be giving my 2 cents on all things Big Brother all season long.
Well, perfect. So tell the people where you want them to follow you on social media, Allie, so that they can keep up with what you are saying about the show.
Super easy, guys. My handle is the same across the board, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It's at Move with Allie. That is it. Move with Allie.
Perfect. We are going to follow you. We are going to see what you are saying about the show tonight. I am going to be watching as well, tweeting along with you. Anything you want to leave your fans with, Allie? I didn't want to distract you, but there was a lot of people in the beginning that were like, oh my God, Allie, we love Allie. Oh my God, Allie's my favorite. Love, 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 love Allie. So you have fans.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for the continued love and support. I still get messages on the daily of just the kindest words, and it means the world to me. It does not go unnoticed or unappreciated. I hope I can continue to entertain, you know, maybe not on the Big Brother screen, but I hope I can continue to entertain and motivate, inspire, whatever it is, through my social handles. So if you aren't following already, please do, and interact with me. I love hearing from my fans. So don't be a stranger. Hit me up, DM, message, whatever it is. I want to hear from you.
And you know what I feel like I'm going to have to make happen, because I don't think you two are going to do it on your own. I want an Allie and Olivia show. I want an Allie and Olivia, like, get together and comment and read people.
We've had a lot of people kind of say, why don't you guys have your own spin-off show? So I think I'm gonna be seeing her at reunion for finale weekend. So we'll be having a reunion in May. So stay tuned. The Ding Dongs are reuniting.
And I have a feeling I'll be there for that, so people might be able to see it as well. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Enjoy the show. Allie and I will both be live tweeting during it. And if you're a Big Brother fan, like I said, I'll see you guys back here on Tuesday for our live feed spoiler show. Wednesday, Cassandra. We will see you guys then. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.